So this was a $10 million lawsuit. A Maine company. Let's see if I can find the. Here's the New York Times article.
Here's the Times article. Yeah.
A Maine company was being sued for $10 million. Dairy company in Portland. 3 truck drivers sued the Oakhurst Dairy, seeking more than 4 years worth of overtime pay, because Maine law requires workers to be paid 1.5 times the normal rate after 40 hours. But it carves out some exemptions, and here's the exemption. The overtime rules don't apply to the canning, processing, preserving, freezing, drying, marketing, storing, packing for shipment or distribution of. There's a missing comma, an Oxford comma. Did the law intend to exempt distribution of the 3 categories that follow, or does it mean to exempt packing for the shipping or distribution of them? Well, the court decided the missing comma was germane. In a 29-page decision, they said, what? Who won, the company or the drivers?
The drivers.
The drivers won.
They ruled in favor of the Oxford comma.
The driver's lawyer said that comma would have sunk our ship. Is it sunk or sunken? So the Oxford comma, for those who don't know, sometimes called the Harvard comma.
Serial comma.
Serial comma.
That's what I call it.
Oxford, we gave you the language.
The Cambridge comma is in a series. Do you put a comma before the and, or the or in this case, or do you leave it out? And I always prefer to use the comma, the Harvard, Oxford serial comma.
Much
you
better.
All are serial comma folks?
When I worked at Time, we did not use that, and I really gnashed my teeth every time. And at Fast Company, we do, and it was such a huge relief.
It's a standard, though. Every publication has its own.
And I think most do use it.
But Mashable did not, and I was like you, Harry. I hated not having to use it, and then Gizmodo does, and so I was very relieved to go back to it. But then it also took me a little while to get used to writing with it again. So, but I was very relieved to go back to using the Oxford comma.
In my brain, I always wrote with it.
Yeah.
I have to say, I am always guided, as I am in all things, by Strunk and White, which says, in a series of 3 or more terms of the single conjunction, use a comma after each term except the last.